Hey everyone, welcome to another transformation video. This is the Magic Square MS-05 Night Tracer, their masterpiece version. We're going to go ahead and, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to transform him from a robot, which he's packaged in, to vehicle, to combined mode, and back to robot. So, to go ahead and start things off, first things first is right here at the hand. They tell you to, well, actually, before we gotta get into that, go ahead right here, right at this panel right here. You want to go ahead and take this panel, untab this, and then rotate it around at the wrist, and bring it around and tab it in on this side right there. Take the bicep swivel and rotate that around. Then right here, you want to take the fist and this will untab right here and bring it up like this. Now they tell you to keep it like this, like the fist. However, I find it's a little easier if you just go ahead and flatten the hand out. It gives you just slightly more room to kind of maneuver things, and things don't bang into each other. So I just like to do that. You can do that if you want, but they tell you to do it in the fist, but I do it like this. Anyway, right here you take this panel and you untab it and bring it up, and those just kind of sit right there. Just right here. And right here you take this wheel here and bring it out like that. Maybe rotate a little bit so it doesn't fold itself back in. And then you take the shoulder, you just kind of take the, you at the ratchet joint, bring it out like that. Just kind of leave it there for now. We'll come back to it later. Same thing. This is essentially untab this panel, rotate it here at the wrist, bring it up and tab it in here. On mine, this also likes to come. This is where the fist likes to also come with it. Rotate at the bicep like that. Bring the hand up, and again, I like to flatten out the hand, but you don't have to. I find it a little easier like this, personally. Then take this panel right here, untab it, bring it up like that, and open up the wheel, unfold the wheel, and like that. And then again, at the ratcheting shoulder, bring it up so he's basically T-posing. Now, right here, the head, you want to go ahead and take the head and rotate that 180 like that. Just kind of leave it like that because you don't want to deal with that later. And also, just for now, go ahead and rotate at the waist as well, just to get that ready to go. Now, here at the backpack, what you want to do is then open up this panel right here, right there, and on this side too, like that. So you can then bring this down, and then go ahead and actually just leave it like for now. I was gonna say separated, but you probably want to leave that for later, considering they'll make it a little difficult if you do it now. But right here, what you want to do is take this panel and bring it down, bring that out, and bring this out right here, and bring this all the way up around like this. Make sure you bring it up like that, and then bring this up a little bit. Up here, at the grill right here, you want to bring this forward a little bit like this, and then flip out the headlights. You want to flip out the headlights like that, and then just kind of leave the grill out like that, right? And have that all flattened out like that. Then you can go ahead and take the arms and bring them up, like so, and like so. And there's a tab and a slot right here in the arm, and that right there, like that. I'll go ahead and tab that all together. Then go ahead and take the grill here and bring it up and tab it in. Just kind of bring it in, just kind of push it in like that, and there you go. That's front part done right there. Then right here, what you want to do is take these panels and bring them forward like this, and rotate this little panel up like that. Same thing on this side, bring this forward, rotate this little panel up. That will allow you to untab this and bring this forward like that. So then you go ahead and bring this outward like this, and bring the window up. Bring up the window like that. And this little panel right here, you want to bring this out as well, like that. Same thing on this side, bring this out to the side, bring up the window. Bring up the window. Come on. There you go. Bring up the window, and then bring out this little panel right here, like that. Then you can go ahead and actually fold these panels in like this. Then right here, take the wheels here, and then rotate them outward like this, and bring this part out right here, and then go ahead and rotate this out, and rotate out this wheel like there, like that. I'm going to go ahead and bring this all back down like so. And then after you do so, you can then bring the doors up right here. And this right here, there's a little slot here which will go over this tab, and this will kind of right here, this little keyed tab which will go into here. What you want to do also, I found, is make sure to at least get the window in partially, at least first, because otherwise it'll kind of have a tendency to kind of jam up and not go in all the way. Yeah, sometimes if the arms are slightly misaligned, you're gonna have to adjust them. Like, if they're just slightly misaligned, you're gonna have to adjust them until they're in place like that. And they'll tab in, and there you go. You can see it's flat against there. That means you got it right. And then bring this up as well. tab in, right, tab in there, and tab right there, and there you go. Oop, that wheel already folded up, so there you go. That's pretty much the front half of the truck done. Right there, you can see what I mean by the hands. Right there, you can see what I mean by the hands. Like it gives you a little more clearance. It feels a little nicer, personally. But regardless, coming down. Stay standing, please stay standing. He's not gonna stay standing. There we go. Coming downstairs a little bit. Now down here, give me this out of the way. Go ahead and bring that down a little bit. What you want to do is you again want to get these panels out of the way a bit. Yeah, it's easiest just go ahead and bring these out and then bring this out. And then you want to take these hip pieces, you want to bring them out back like that and then putting those back down. So bringing these forward a little bit, kind of keep them lined up with it and bring those down, and then bring the leg itself down without bringing the panel down. So like that. I think it's kind of difficult. You have to kind of eyeball this and hope you got it lined up properly. And then here at the knees, you want to go ahead and shift the shin forward like that. So it looks like that. So you do that. Then here under the shins themselves, you want to untab this panel right here, bring it up, and go ahead and fold this away like that. And just get that out of the way for now. Good, we're going to work on this leg. Bring the foot down like that, get it out of the way. You want to hold ahead and get your finger back here and push on this panel right here. Get that loosened up and then out of the way. Then you get this panel on this inner panel, untab that and bring it out. Then it lets you free up this panel right here. So then you can go ahead and you take the foot here. You want to start rotating it in, and fold up the heel right there, and fold the toe in so it looks like this. You want to bring it down. There's multiple hinges here. You want to fold the toe in so it looks like that. Then you want to take this side of the leg and you want to bring everything down. It kind of untabs and bring it all down like this. Then you can bring this down and tab that into the foot as well. And bring this down with it. And then this will force this down all the way. And bring this all down. This will all tab in properly. Hopefully, this should anyway. Bring this all down, tab that in. You can go ahead and bring that out and just kind of leave that for now. Can make sure that's as far back as possible. Just kind of leave that for now. And do all the same thing on this leg. So, untab this front panel, bring it out. Take this panel right here and fold that up. Bring the foot down right here. Push this panel. Use that open hole now to push this panel out like that. So you can untab this panel. Untab that panel. Then you can bring the foot back in. Close up the heel. Bring the toe in. And use the double hinges, bring it down like this. Then bring this outer panel out and use that double hinge to bring it down. Make sure that's out of the way still. Bring it down. Then bring this back down. This will come tab in like that. Bring this down as well. Bring this panel down. Tab it all in. Bring this panel out. And there you go. Now, for here, what you want to do is go ahead and we'll tab the legs together down here. Might have to come down here and also squeeze this together as well. Like that. Just give it a good squeeze on the inside too, because it's going to be like that. Now, I'm going to bring the camera down just a little bit further. Now this is going to be the tricky part. So you gotta, you want to collapse. Oops, this got jammed up. There you go. Collapse the waist up into there again like that, and hopefully, if you got it lined up at this point, this is a good point to test. If you have it all lined up properly, this should be all flat and all the tires are touching the ground. So that's good. Now, right here, what you want to do is then take the gun and split it. These can also, you can close these up too. So there's something you might have to do. Yeah, you can split it right here. And you want to take it and bring it over to the right. You bring the whole assembly over to the right like this. Because you're going to bring this forward, and this is going to come forward. And there's tabs right here, which are going to go into little slots on the bottom of this. Assuming you got it all lined up properly. That. Yeah, just notice it's like slightly off. There we go. I think that's more accurate. There we go. Yeah, this leg was slightly off, and that's the problem. So anyway, take this, then you get the gun over here, you move it this way, and then on this panel, there's an extra panel here. You want to bring this out right there like that, and then bring it forward, and this will tab in on this side, like so. And right here will tab in over top of this panel, like that. And then you go ahead and get the guns out of the way for now. Right here, you want to take these panels. There's a little panel right here. You want to open this up right there, and this will tab in right here, and this will go in right there over top of this key tab right there, and tab in on the sides and everything, like so. And same thing on the side again. Open up this panel, and bring it in, tab it in all over the place like that, like so. And you're almost there. Now the gun, you want to go ahead and bring it up and collapse it fully. There's multiple things. You want to collapse it as far back like this. See, see all these hinges. You want to fill up this entire space with this thing like that. And tab it together. Now, you might notice there's a gap. To fix that, you might have to open this up right here. You have to open this up because this is a very common problem, which is you can't get this fully pegged together. And then open this part up right here so you can then get the leverage to just, you know, squeeze that together like that, and then it'll hold together better. See, now it's a little closer together overall. And you can close back up. So then you bring this out and extend the guns out, and once you do all that, there you go. That is Night Tracer. It's vehicle mode. Yeah, it's not too hard. The biggest problem is just simply getting these hips exactly lined up for this. That's the single biggest issue, honestly. And also, this and the legs, you kind of have to get in there and really squeeze together because the pegs are really resistant. So if you're just squeezing from the outside, it won't work as well. So, yeah. Overall, though, other than those two parts, it's really not that bad. So, to get it to combined mode, you pretty much have to take it mostly back to robot mode. So, going to do that, you know, just take these guns and collapse those in. And again, we're going to go ahead and split this whole thing down the middle again and do that for now. Leave it for now. Now we're going to untab this panel right here. Bring this panel in, just kind of leave it like that. And then untab this panel, rotate this panel in, and just kind of leave it like that. Then we're going to shift this whole thing to the left, right there, like that. So we can get here and get this panel up and out like this. And close up this panel right here. Just close that up like so. Go ahead and bring this down right here. We're just going to leave that sitting for now. Then take the guns and then rotate them to the right. And then, again, untab this, bring it up, close up this panel right here, like that. And then go ahead and straighten the guns back out. And we'll just kind of leave those for now. We'll just leave those for now. We're going to come back to them later. Now, down here, go ahead and split the legs, like that. So, from here, what you're going to want to do, you're actually going to want to go ahead and take the leg here and just want to straighten it back out at the hip. I'm going to straighten out the hip thing right there like that and just kind of leave it like that for now. Just get those straightened out the hip right there. So, right here, down here, what you want to do is I'm going to bring this down. Again, you want to bring this down, open up this panel right here, open up this panel again, and untap this, and also bring the heel out on the foot. And then go ahead and untap this and bring it up and forward like this, like that. And then go ahead and bring this down right here. That'll tab in. Collapse this panel up and, you know, tab that all in right here. Like that. And then close up this panel right here, and this will tab in right there like that. It's supposed to, that kind of shifted itself for some reason. There you go. Tab that all in right there. And then go ahead and collapse this up like that. And there you go. That's one leg done. Same thing on this side. Go ahead and untab this panel. Untab this panel. So untap this panel. Right there, untap that. I gotta bring this panel and bring it down. And then take this panel right here and bring it up, like so. Like that. And bring this panel back down. Tab that all in, including the foot. Collapse this panel up and then tab it in right here. Like that. Like that. And then close up this panel right here. And then, of course, take the heel, bring it down, and close up this panel right here. And then collapse this up and close this all up right there. And there you go. Take the knees and slide them back forward. You know, get them all lined up like that. And then right here, what you want to do is actually before we move to mess with the hips, because as of right now, things are a little in the way. So I'm gonna get the camera up and we'll do this. So from here, up here, actually still not quite high enough. There we go. I should do it. Did I do it? Yeah, close enough. Good enough for now. We'll go bring this camera up a little bit. There we go. Now right here, what you want to do is then go ahead and untab the doors and bring them out. Untab the door. This one on mine is a little stiff. Bring that out. So you can then bring this down like that. Bring it down, and then you can go ahead and collapse the wheel in right here and rotate this back inward like this. Collapse the wheel in, rotate this back inward. Get those all straightened out. Make sure they're straightened out. Like so. And then take these panels right here and bring them forward like this. Get them out of the way. Then right here at the doors, you want to go ahead and collapse this little panel and collapse the window. Collapse the little panel. Collapse the window. I'm going to bring those back and down like this, and then go ahead and bring this back. And these tabs right here will go into these slots right here. These tabs right here on the door panels will go into those slots. So you might have to finagle to get those all lined up. Like that. And right here, you can go ahead and take these panels and bring those down and close this up right here, and bring that in right there. Close it up right there. Bring this panel down right there. There you go. That's out of the way. Now we can come back down here, and then we can, you leave that like so, and then up here, kind of come your finger down here and just, get the grill out of the way, like that. Push it forward out of the way. Untab the arms. Untab the arms, like so, and then bring them out to the sides. Go ahead and then right here at the grill, close up the headlights, and then you just bring this whole assembly down. Bring the grill, collapse it into there, collapse this in there, and bring this down into there, like that. You'll collapse the ab crunch as well. Go ahead and also rotate the head around like that. You don't have to, but it's probably the best. And we'll come back to the arms later, because now we're going to work on the no. Best to do it now. I keep thinking about it. Okay, so from here on the arms, what you want to do is close the wheels up into the arms and also bring them back like this. And also close up these panels right here like that. Let's close those up like so. Then here at the arms, you want to go ahead and extend out the bicep. There's a piece right here. You want to extend that out right there, and then bring this down right there. And also bring the fist back like this, and close up the fist as well, and then rotate them like that. That's the way how they're going to fit. Then right here, there's the joint right here. You can, right there. There's the normal elbow joint, and there's this other clicky joint. You want to bend the clicky joint, not the normal elbow joint. Just bring it up like this, and then also right here, you see right here, you'll collapse inward like that. So the arm will be sitting like that, right? And do the same thing on this side. Extend it out with the bicep right there. Bring it back right there at that joint. Take the fist, take this and rotate this back around, tab it back in. Close up the fist. And then rotate it around like that. And then at this joint right here, you want to untab that and bring it down like that. And then go ahead and get the head out of the way and collapse it inward like this. So this is one thing I like about the Legends version. That the Legends version that tabs in right here. You have to wait a little bit to tab this all in on the Masterpiece version here. You get that all sat like that, and it's gonna just kind of chill out there for a second. Now, what you want to do here, now that we're coming down a little bit, is you want to take the guns here. So this is where you want to go ahead and open this part up on each side, bring this out, and rotate this part around. Make sure this stays closed like that. Rotate that part around and open up this panel like that, and then open up that. Same thing on this side. Again, open up the side, open up this panel, rotate the gun out like that, the big gun, and then rotate out this panel right here. Now, what I want to do, this little hook thing right here, there's a little slot right here. You want to bring it up like that, and make sure that lines up right there, like so. I found it's a little easier to do this. You want to do the left side first, and because there's hook tabs. You want to bring this up, and this will tab in right here. There's a tab right here, which will go into the little slot right there. So line it all up and tab it in like that. See? Then you bring up this side, and you go ahead and get that hook tab right there, kind of slotted in right there. Bring this up, and this will tab in right here, and these will go over these hook tabs right here. Hopefully you got it all lined up. Yeah, right there, and they'll tab in right there. And you go ahead and bring these up right here. These will tab in like that. And like that. Those will tab in right here. Like so. Like that. And then you take these panels right here, go ahead and just collapse those down like that, and they'll kind of fill in that gap. Kind of like that. Yeah, you want to fill in that gap right there. So it looks like that. We'll come back to those a little bit later. Now, down here at the waist, what you want to do is take these panels and move them out like this. They're going to look like that. You want to take the legs here, you want to bring them out a little bit so you have room to rotate them 180 degrees without moving this panel right there too. You want to bring them 180 degrees and bring them out like that. So again, I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Yeah, then right here. Rotate it 180 degrees and bring it out like that. Then right here at the on the thigh, there's that right here. You want to slide this out right here. I'll unpeg. You can bring this up, and you can open this back up too. I just kind of forgot. Yeah, bring this up right here. The heel. You can see there's a little slot in there. We'll slot into this little bit right here, and this right here. There's a little tab here, which will go into a slot on there. At least it's supposed to, in theory. You can bring that up and then close this up right here, like that, and that will hold that in place. This holds better than this does, by the way. And do the same thing on this side. Slide that out, bring it up, and then open this back up, and then slide the heel into there, like that. Close this back up around it, like that. Try to get this lined up right there. If it doesn't, it's not a huge problem. It's not like it's going to undo itself. And then make adjustments as necessary. And then finally, take these gun barrels and extend them. And hopefully it's not like this one where it just comes off. It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be a stopper. And there is kind of a stopper, but it also just pops itself, slides itself right off. Regardless, yeah, get those gun barrels slid up. And once you do that, you are now in... combine mode, which, yep, it's just a box. All the rest of it will be added later. I'll be added later, and I'll show how that attaches when we do the combined video. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. And if it's like the Legends version, it'll be very straightforward on that part. So yeah, it turns into a box. So now these in the combined mode, we go ahead and take them into robot mode. So to do that, well, first thing we got to do is take the cannons here and collapse them. Just slide them back down like that. Right here, you want to go ahead and open this part of the back right there. Take the leg out, bring it back down, and then slide the hip all together like that, pegging it together. Bring that down, rotate this around right there, and bring it down like that. And then you can bring this flap down. Same thing on this side. Open this up, like so. Bring this foot down. Bring it down to the hip. Push it in, bring it down. Rotate it at the hip joint and then bring it down like that, and then you can bring this down, hopefully, assuming this didn't misalign itself. There we go, like that. So you can get a good standing base here. Just go ahead and get the legs done. So here, go ahead and open this panel up. Get back here. Problem is you can't really get the foot out. So I found that I can kind of do this. I'm not sure how well this is going to look. Yeah, using this panel to basically as a lever to open that up, and then you can close back up. Yeah, so you can open that up. And then, untab this panel right here. So you can untab this panel right here. Bring the toe out. Yeah, bring the toe out right here. There's this little tab right here. We'll go in this little slot right here, like that. Go ahead and bring this down. Just get it out of the way. Again, close this panel up. Close this panel up right here. And then bring this panel down. Bring the foot back in and collapse this up right here, and it's one leg done. Same thing. Untab that, bring it out. Untab this panel again. You have to do that sometimes. It's kind of tight. Close it back up. We're bringing that panel out. So you bring this panel out right here. Bring that panel out. Then bring the toe out. Again, tab and slot. That. And go ahead and bring this down just to get out of the way. So you bring this panel down. Bring this panel, tab it back in. Tab the panel back in. Collapse this panel back up and tab that in. Bring up the foot and then collapse this all up. And there you go. That's the lower half pretty much done. You can then go ahead and rotate it around too, like that. And now he can stand. You come up here and finish him off. So you got to get these panels, bring these panels back up right here, like that. Then, yeah, undo this, the right side, undo this, pull this back, and then you untab this stuff. You can bring that down like that. And then go ahead and get the arms, get those up right here. Those, yeah, click those back into place. They will click right there, like that. And this one did not click into place. That was the ratchet. There we go. Click that back into place. Then extend this out, bring this up, and then make sure to angle it in because there's a slot here. You have to make sure to clear that and get that into the slot like that. Go ahead and bring that down and bring it down the shoulder as well like that. And same thing here. You can see straighten that out, bring it up, and then angle this in so this goes at the slot, and then bring it down and yeah, get those arms out of the way. Down here, then down here. You go ahead and rotate the bicep, rotate this panel, or untab that panel, rotate it around, tab it back in, and then rotate the fist around, and that's one arm done. Again, rotate the bicep, bring out this panel, rotate it around, tab it back in on this side, make sure that doesn't stay out, rotate the fist, and that's the arms done. So now we just got to do the backpack, which is pretty straightforward from here. From here, you go ahead and open this panel up, collapse this in, rotate the big gun in like so. Go ahead and tab that back in. Well, again, you might have to do the whole squeeze together thing in the central. I'm going to go ahead and leave this open, but you're supposed to tab this back in here now. Again, this side, pull this up, collapse this panel in, rotate the gun around like so, and start bringing it up. Again, you're supposed to close this up right here, but again, I probably have to do this weird way. So what you want to do here is, yeah, see this? See how this is folded up? You want to fold it up like this, right? Well, so it looks like that. This right here, this little hook tab is now going to go into here. So you see, it's going to go this. You see how it's kind of a weird T notch? You want it kind of on this lower part. That's otherwise it's not lined up properly. So it's going to look like that. Same thing with this one. Collapse it up. Yeah, get that all, squeeze that all together. Yeah, see how they're, the hook bits are right, kind of in the lower bit right there. So going to close that up right there, and then bring this up and watch that, and then bring it in and close that in right there. And same thing, bring it up, watch out for the hook and bring it in and close it in and have it all together. Straighten those out as you need to, and there you go. Night Tracer is now back in his robot mode. So yeah, it's actually not too complicated as a whole. It's just the big thing. The big thing I would say is annoying. Getting the hips lined up properly for the vehicle mode is a little annoying. And sometimes the way the backpack explodes can be also a little frustrating because it has to blow up and then reassemble in the correct order, else it's going to go very wrong. Other than that, it's actually pretty solid transformation, and it's not too difficult. Yeah, but there's definitely a couple things if you don't do it in the correct order, it's not going to go well. So be mindful of that. But yeah, that's it as a whole. So I hope you found this. I hope this video was helpful to you. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social medias down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee and my Patreon. Actually, I'll see you next time with another video review or transformation or whatever have you.